Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing good this evening and I hope everything is going well. Well, today I'm going to be planting some Jersey Night hybrid asparagus. So in the video, we're going to go over all the good things about it, maybe one bad thing about it, but we're going to plant some and we're just going to go over it. So if you're a beginning gardener or somebody that's never planted asparagus, I think you're going to maybe decide that Jersey Night is right for you, because it really is a great asparagus. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, the first thing you have to understand is asparagus, it is a perennial. Wherever you plant it, it's going to be there for probably around 20 years. So right off the bat, that tells me two things. I really got to plan where I'm going to put this, and I really want to do a good job planting it. So here are the considerations you need to think about. One, you got to have at least minimum 6 hours of daylight, but 8 hours is better, of full sun for asparagus to do as good as it can do. The other one is it really needs to be well drained. Now, I've got clay soil, so sometimes it's tough. So I picked a spot in my garden that is probably the best draining part of it. So the clay soil maybe ain't so good for that, but pH-wise, asparagus likes around a 7 pH. Clay soil is naturally high in pH, so I don't have to amend my soil in any way to adjust for the pH. Now, Jersey Night is an all-male, it's a hybrid. So if you don't understand what that means, let's take a pumpkin plant. A pumpkin plant will have a female and a male bloom on the same plant, and then it will get pollinated that way. Well, asparagus isn't quite like that. Asparagus has a male plant and a female plant, and then they pollinate, and then it forms seedlings. Well, with a hybrid, it's all male, so everything grows off of the crown. So all that wasted nutrients and energy into pollinating and everything, you don't have that with this. So your production is better. You're going to get more spears and they're going to be bigger. So that's a big plus, you know. Now there is one downside to this. It is kind of expensive. 3 of these cost $5. So if you're going to plant a pretty big bed, that might be something that you think about. Now, you can plant this in the spring or you can plant it in the fall. I chose to plant it in the spring. I planted some last year and it come out pretty good, but I increased the size of my garden, so I'm going to add to the row. So I added about 9 feet. So here's the considerations you want to look at for planting. If you're in clay soil like I am, you want to have about an 8-inch deep trench by about 8 inches wide. If you're in sandy soil, you really want to go down a little more, say 12 inches, because you're not going to pick this for at least the first couple of years. Well, these plants get pretty tall, so you want to give them a good base, because you don't want them laying over, because when they touch the ground, that's how it can get disease. And I actually got one like that where I probably didn't plant it deep enough. So guys, the only other consideration I would really say is you want to make sure they get an inch of water a week. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you. I've got one more left to plant and I'm going to show you how I did it. So hold on just a second and we'll get you around there. Okay guys, so here's where I stopped planting. Now my last crown was back here, and you want this to be about 18 inches or so. It's actually a little closer together for the hybrids than it is an heirloom. But 18 inches, that's from the tip of the root to the tip of the last one. So this right here, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little bit of dirt here in the bottom. And like I say, I'm down about 8 inches, and I got about 8 inches here. And I'm going to take, I got some rabbit manure here. It's the same stuff I'm using in my tomatoes. It's got a little bit of alfalfa pellets in it. But you can use any aged manure for fertilizer. You can use compost, anything like that. And I'm just going to put a little bit of dirt over the top. And I want to make sure it's all broke up, it's all nice and loose. And then I'm going to make just a little bit of a mound. And some people will spread them all the way around. I didn't do that. I just kind of put them out like this a little bit. I didn't worry about, you know, getting them perfect or anything. But that's what you want. Now, you can see I'm still well below the surface. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover these up. And then as they grow, I'm going to just keep covering them up. And that way, it gives them a chance to really start off good. They don't have to go through a lot of dirt. But then, again, like I say, I had that one. I probably didn't plant it deep enough. But I want to get it covered up. And then in a couple weeks, this should come up. And then I'll just add more dirt to it. Guys, that's basically what it is. Nothing real hard. I would probably go ahead and water it. And I did soak that root a little bit, that crown, before I put it in the ground. So I've got another 9 feet of asparagus here. I love asparagus. So guys, it really is that simple, but I really do recommend trying that Jersey night. I think it's going to be a good one. Well, you guys have a good night. I'll talk to you later. See ya.